Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Emma, and we are playing Dragon Age Origins. So last time we got into a little bit more politics than I would have personally preferred. I really just need somebody to tell me what's going on here, instead of why this dude is their favorite, i.e. because they said so. Now where is this? Ooh, we're in the assembly. Maybe Harrowmont is here. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartak Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
I need aid against the Blight.
Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Is there some way that I could help?
My prince is the rightful king, but a disappointing number of lords back the upstart Harrowmont for the throne. If you show your support for Prince Balin, he might be able to assist with your requests.
I thought King Endrin himself supported Harrowmont.
That hurts worst of all. That Harrowmont would take advantage of the dying king's delirium to plant such poisonous suspicions against his own son. After that, you understand why Balin cannot trust the word of a stranger, however reputable that stranger might be.
I really just want to get to the bottom of this. I promise that I am no spy.
Would you be willing to prove that? Harrowmont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrowmont's deception, I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
What kind of evidence?
Harrowmont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Harrowmont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrowmont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
Now that's some hard evidence. Finally. Where did you get these promissory notes?
That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your treaty.
Isn't there someone you could report him to?
Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. They are the scholars who manage our laws, histories, and genealogies. They are the final arbiters of all disputes in Orzammar. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them, and his grandfather was Lord Harrowmont's aunt's first cousin. Obviously, we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion.
Oh my god. He'd hold a distant relative over his duty?
I guess I can't expect you surfacers to understand the importance of family in Orzammar. The Shaper is biased, and if you want Prince Balin's help, you'll have to show where your loyalties lie. Will you do it?
Everyone is so condescending down here. And I am an elf. I read the book on condescending. I have to think about this.
Don't expect this offer to last. If my prince hears you swore allegiance to his enemy, he won't be so friendly next time. I will be here if you change your mind.
Petty, petty people. Jesus.
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Do what I want. I'm so tired of all you...
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the surface trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
It's not unreasonable. Oh, okay. I was like, didn't we just get kicked out?
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the Assembly of the Clans. Only Dashers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
What do you think I am, friend? Do you not recognize the Grey Warden?
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the Gate Guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on
I've
the
ascertained as much. I'm not even gonna worry about pushing the blight nonsense anymore. Nobody has listened. Everyone is so wrapped up in themselves and who they think. Nobody even wants to tell me like the people's platform. Like, why should I vote for our proposition or campaign for Balin versus Lord Harrowmont and vice versa? Is there any way I can break this stalemate?
I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. Dulin Ferender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the Assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Okay. Judging by this, it looks like we just have to do the quest for both. And figure out on the way. Let's see. Okay.
I hope you're not wasting my time with more dithering. The choice I gave you was clear. If you want Balin to support you in your surface war, you'll have to help him take the throne.
You talk to me like that again, little man. We didn't have this option before. Dulin wants me to champion Harrowmont in the Proving.
If you do, there can be no further business between us. Now,
So we have
do
to
you
pick right
wish my
now?
prince's support, or will you risk everything to aid the usurper?
I wonder if they'll know.
Better make up your mind, or Balin will wonder why you're spending so much
Well, would you
time
quit
here.
being so antagonistic? It's extremely rude. So let's save this here in case something goes awry. So if we do fuck something up, we can come back.
I hope you're not wasting my time with more dithering. The choice I
wish
gave you
I
was
could
clear.
sick the
If you
temper on
want
him.
Balin to support you in your surface war, you'll have to help him take the throne.
Both of them were antagonistic. I just need to pick one.
Excellent. I have the promissory notes right here. Just take them to Lady Dace and Lord Helmy, and show them Harrowmont is not as honest as he claims. Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at tapsters in the Commons. And just to be clear, all deals are off if you fight that proving for
I
Harrowmont.
guess you can't do both. Why is everyone so goddamn rude? It's like he knows. Now, oh shit, I didn't remember which way we were going. Let's just wander around. I'm in no rush to run this fool's errand. Oh, we're in the Shaperate. Cool. I didn't mean to stand on your table, friends. I'm sorry.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories?
Let me...
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to?
Did you get a good look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine! He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dusttown. They couldn't know the value.
That makes sense now why they call them dusters. They're trying to refer to them as being castless and therefore lesser.
Perhaps you should stand over there instead.
Do we need the dwarves' help? Because I'm just ready to, like, punch a few of them in the face.
Are you with that warrior girl who's always here?
I'm not sure if you're talking about me or not. I don't know if I'd be considered a warrior, though we are dressed in battle garb. No, I just want to talk to this lady.
I hope you find what you're
Thank
looking
you.
for.
At least you're reasonably polite.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
Shaper of Memories.
The Shaperate guards Orzammar's knowledge. We have preserved in Lyrium all of the records of Dwarven history. The memories record all. They are how we know to which family a child owes life, how we trace lost ties. They ensure we forget nothing of our past, good or bad.
Could you look at these promissory papers for me?
These are Harrowmont lands promised here. But these are not the deals we approved at the Shaperate. Where did you get these?
Vartag Avon gave them to me.
And he scripted these counterfeits? This is a serious crime. I will have the Ministry of Lands begin an investigation into the Gavorns immediately.
These papers are forged?
Not entirely. There were 2 promised deals, but their terms differed significantly from what is presented here. It appears the scripter altered the dates and locations of the agreements to make them identical.
We can finally ask about things. Is it true that you're related to Harrowmont?
He is a kinsman, yes. If you count to the 6th degree of remove, I am related to every noble lineage still represented in Orzammar. I can even trace my descendant directly to House Sigmund, which lost its tie to the Darkspawn 13 generations ago.
What do you know about Vartag Gavon?
The Gavorn family is a minor one, founded when a daughter of the Ferender house married down to a warrior caste man. Her brother died, leaving her family heirless. So the Assembly granted him a new family name and allowed him to adopt his daughter's children as heirs. Vartag Gavorn is on record asking the Assembly to bar Harrowmont from King Endrin's sick room. He is a vocal supporter of Prince Balin.
Can you tell me anything about Prince Balin?
The prince consulted me before his father died. He wanted to know about King Bimo, the last king to rule during a blight. I told him Bimo made many changes during his rule. The Assembly was even disbanded for a 2-year period. Bimo declared that, in times of war, the warrior caste answered directly to the king, and all voting was suspended. Balin seemed quite interested.
Do you get to vote on the next king?
The Shaperate do not vote. We simply record history as it happens.
Do you have a preference for king?
I cannot speak my opinions. History can be changed with a careless word.
Finally, somebody reasonable. Let's talk about something else.
I am the man to ask if you wish to access the memories of the ancestors. What is it you would know?
Let's talk about Orzammar, Lord Shaper.
Ask, and I shall do my best to answer.
How did the caste system come to be?
According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. The youngest, Bloadlik, was the wisest and was chosen king. His children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Gyatchet, trained his sons to defend their king. They became the warrior caste. Shotgyar founded the artisans. Orzatjar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's foundations. The twins Koapar and Noct both founded trading houses, but Noct was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons.
But what about the casteless?
The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own families, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them and no families to claim them. They should not have been born. Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. It's better they die young.
I mean, not if you don't treat them terribly. It seems easy for you to dismiss them.
Their births are not recorded in the memories. In Orzammar, they do not exist. Is there something more pleasant you wish to discuss?
Tell me some of Orzammar's history.
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
Yeah, pretty much. How did you lose your golems?
The Paragon Caridon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caridon's tide is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
Golems like this?
Yes. We have only a few dozen left in Orzammar, and I do not recognize this one. Where did you find it? Every golem is precious to us. We'd pay a good sum for a new find.
I'd sooner jump into a pit of lava.
Unfortunate. Was there anything else? I must tell the rest of the Shaperate about this discovery.
Where is Kal Sharok?
At the other side of the old empire. During the last blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us.
Yeah. Enough history. Let's talk basic Orzammar again.
I will settle your mind if I can, Warden.
Let's go back to my first questions.
Please, speak your mind.
Oh, I guess that's all. I'm sorry to disturb you. Thank you for your time.
Your presence here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
Me too, friend. Me too. Does she have anything to say about this?
Ah, I see it found some of the crystals that I told it about. Well done. So, what does it think? They don't make me look any wider, do they? I find I'm already too wide as it is.
No, they're quite slimming.
It must be the vertical pattern it put them in. Did it know to do that? It must have. I think it should find some more as soon as possible. I want to glitter from ear to ear, so to speak.
That wasn't an unpleasant exchange.
We are doomed.
What's with that we are doomed?
Merely an observation. I remain because I'm curious, but hopefully it is not oblivious to the hopelessness of its situation.
It isn't hopeless.
Oh dear, it is worse than I thought. Perhaps there are things it should be doing other than speaking to me, like crushing skulls? I enjoy helping with that.
Well, we're back where we started. I kind of wanted to talk to you about being a dwarf here, but...
We are doomed.
Okay. I was hoping that there would be some dialogue particular to hear. Yes, you.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Ortan Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Ortan, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Ortan, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
I could try to find them.
You're from the surface. What do you know about fighting Darkspawn?
Be a bitch.
There aren't even any expeditions planned until they settle this election. Otherwise, you need special permission from the Assembly, or some great lord.
I'm a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
They really need to learn how to converse kindly with people. Getting snarky is not going to get you your way. That's a life lesson, dwarf lady.
I'm sorry, you'll have to bother someone else with your questions.
Oh, I don't want to punt him like a tiny gnome. So goddamn rude. You know, I should probably be looking around for books. I didn't even think about that. A song about a nug? That's great. As long as it's not about eating it. It's a gift. I don't know who it's for. I'm gonna go and double check the books. Yeah, in case I... Oh. Okay. Okay, I know what the Legion of the Dead is, but that's because I played Inquisition. They talk about it briefly in here, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we did that. Man, I have had enough of Orzammar politics. I do not want to read a codex on that shit. Thank you very much. Yes! No, they're not delicious. Oh, I think I just hate the dwarves more and more and more every time I play this game. So excited that there's a book about nugs, but of course they only want to put them in their mouths. I'm assuming as a Grey Warden I know an ample amount about Chill. You're in the way. About the deep roads, so I'm not going to bother with that. There's a book on the table behind him, but I can't have it. I wonder if Morgan would enjoy this. Being able to read about this, or maybe she finds it too much beneath her. That's also a possibility. I wish we could have more unstructured conversations with them. That would be fun. Just like swerving my mouse over these. I know there was some command that was recommended, but I can't remember. Legion of Steel? Now I don't know what that is, but I'm not overly concerned about it because it's Dwarven. And they've been pretty awful. I wonder if it has anything to... No, it can't, because a lot of these are not based on us being elves. They're just automatic reactions because they don't like outsiders or surfacers. Man, everyone gives me shit for elves being racist, but... Shell, you just thumpity thump 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 everywhere you go. Okay. Now I can't... Oh, were we supposed to go confront Gavorin on that? Can I go in there or there? No. I want to make sure that we get every area explored. So that was the Sheepwrit. Can we not go that way? Or is that a wraparound of some sort? I just want to make sure that we're thorough. Shaper, it's there. Is the... Okay, it's not there anymore. Let's go confront that dude and be like, what the fuck, man? Why you lying?
Well, have you found Lady Dace and Lord Helmy?
I've talked to the Shaper of Memories. These papers are forged.
Forged? Well, naturally they're forged. There is no legal way for Harrowmont to sell the same land twice over, is there?
Tell me where you really got these.
You want to know how the game is played? I wrote the papers and left a sizable fee with the registry office to back them. But if you think figuring it out gets you off the line, you don't understand how this works. I'm asking for a show of loyalty, so exactly how much truth is involved shouldn't matter in the slightest. Now, where does your allegiance lie, Warden?
It exactly matters. I cannot lie just to curry favor.
If you cannot support my prince, do not expect him to serve you. If you change your mind, you know what you must do to earn his indulgence.
You lying sack of jerk face. Now, we can't... I don't want to rush on a judgment on Balin, because this is his dude. He may not even know this is going on. Like, this is some person acting on his behalf, and we have no idea whether it's with his permission or not. So what was this? This was Royal House, yeah? I don't think we had any... That pigeon gets me every time. Harrowmont.
Lord Balin is the voice of change and defense.
Lord
Harrowmont is the voice of...
Oh no, Lady Dace. I want...
Legion of the Dead sighted battling Darkspawn near Orzammar. They have no orders while throne stands empty.
I think this is the Harrowmont's estate. Yes. So, I need to find the dude. This guy.
Do you see how things lie, Warden? Lord Harrowmont cannot trust you unproven, but he welcomes a good faith gesture.
Vartag wants me to show people that Harrowmont is a cheat.
That you spoke to him even after our discussion is not reassuring. So have you decided to earn my lord's trust, or will you throw your lot in with the snakes?
I'll enter the proving and see why the others withdrew.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the proving master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
I don't know why these people won't be reasonable. Why can't we just have a discussion against, you know, Lord Harrowmont's platform versus Balin's? What do they want done? What do they want changed? What kind of people are they? There's no objective medium here. So what is that up there? Lady Dace. Man, this is just ridiculous. When we get back, I'll have a second look at the quest list to make sure that we've got everything taken care of in this area before we go into the proving grounds. I made that decision based on the fact that we already have proof that not Balin specifically, but Balin's party are being dick faces. So at least maybe if we go in and talk to some more people, we can try to get a better idea of the truth of what's going on. Because we know that Balin's supporters are willing to be nasty people. Oh my goodness, it's just politics. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I will see you next time.